away. That can be brought back down to the center of my screen. And it is just about time to start. So how is everyone out there? Yes, it gets serious when the music stops. Well, you assume this has a coherent plot. Oh! Remember, this is a side story. A Kanan side story? Yes, but a side story. Well, compared to the last game, yes. Just about anything has a coherent plot and good writing compared to the last game. I said just about. And yes, it is just a tad too hot for me to keep my door closed because it does build up heat in here. Because I only have one rinky-dink little heater that I think I need to actually go snake at, or vent that pumps in AC or heat in the winter. You know, compared to Zero Time Dilemma, I think My Immortal does have a coherent plot. Yes, I will say it. Virtue's Last Reward had a coherent plot. It was scattered, but it was coherent. So anyway, at least until people in the house complain about me needing to be quieter. The door stays open, and we will get started. No, this game is not nearly as controversial as Zero Time Dilemma. It does have one section in it that's fairly cringeworthy. But at least they don't play that section up like it's a positive thing. We will get there when we get there, though. I think you know what section I'm talking about. Anyway. And yes, this does have a difficulty selection. We have genocide mode for the people that just want to kind of coast through it and play the story. Kamaru mode, which is normal, and super ultra despair mode, which is like, okay, you're gonna die a whole lot. I had enough. Oh, okay, I can pick that at any time. Nifty. Or at least right now, anyway. Yeah, I do not want to play Junko mode. And I showed this off, what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, there's a lot of cringe in this game, but there's one very certain section that is especially cringy. Actually, yeah, let's control the camera.
According to what I've heard, the world is round. But is that really true? Earth might have the shape of rock candy.
Nope.
Like that spiky lump of sugar your grandma would wrap in a tissue. But I I don't really know for sure. It's not like I've actually seen the shape of the Earth. In the same way, I've never actually seen most things that are considered common knowledge. Common knowledge and what we take for granted. We base our lives around such uncertain things. Well, not that it matters for me. I mean, my world isn't even big enough to worry about stuff like the shape of the Earth or common knowledge. In fact, it's pretty small. So small that it's actually a little funny. This is my world. This two-bedroom apartment that I live in is my world. My life doesn't extend beyond these walls. But it's not like I'm a shut-in or anything. I am actually imprisoned inside this room. My name is Komaru Naegi. I'm a completely normal high school girl who lives an abnormal daily life.
It's only gonna get worse.
All right. Let me out! Let me out of here! Hey! Jeez, you... Ever since my imprisoned life began, this pointless defiance became my morning routine. But it was only at the beginning that I was seriously crying and yelling. It's been a year and a half since my imprisoned life began. Can you believe it? A year and a half! So long that I've become completely used to this life. It's frightening how well humans can adapt. I've learned that firsthand through this imprisonment. But it's not like I've completely given up, of course. If I had, I wouldn't do things like change my uniform every morning. I just don't want to get my hopes up too much. Because through this imprisonment, I've learned too much about the horrifying despair that always follows hope. Huh? Jeez, it's finally breakfast? It's about time, I'm starved in here! But anyway, about this whole imprisonment. Unfortunately, even I, the victim, have no clue whatsoever. Ever since I've been taken by strange people into this strange place, I wanted Japanese style this morning. Receiving meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is the only communication I have with the outside. I haven't seen the culprit's face or even heard their voice. I still don't even know why I'm imprisoned here. But regardless of how abnormal and unfair the situation is, this is my world and my daily life now, so it can't be helped. See? Sucks, right? My story ended before it even began. It's not like I still have hope that something sudden will happen after all this time.
Hello, Maverinthia.
Huh? What? What happened? Could it be? Did someone come to rescue me? Please,
hello,
save
X-Ray.
me! I'm trapped in here! I'm begging you! Please save me! I don't want to live this life anymore! Please open the door!
Monokuma's a little bigger than I remember him. let's see if I can at least get to the elevator without dying.
Wait, what's going on? Get away from me! Where's the elevator? Why is there a fire? I can't get through! A bear? A black and white bear? What should I do? What should I do?
Movement controls are still kind of,
Someone help me!
not great. Well, okay, not the movement controls are bad, but the,
Hurry! Come on, hurry!
the camera being kind of offset behind and to the right of the character. Get down.
You must be Komaru Naegi. Future Foundation 14th Division, Byakuya Togami.
Random Future Foundation members, yes.
Don't get the wrong idea and start crying. I'm not the one who imprisoned you here. Actually, I'm here to rescue you.
Huh?
It's the same voice actor, I'm pretty sure.
Future Foundation received intel that a captive was imprisoned somewhere inside this building.
Future Foundation?
It would appear that intel was correct. However, what is the meaning of this? What are all these vermin Monokumas doing here?
Monokuma?
No matter how you look at it, the timing is just too perfect. Just as we show up, a riot breaks out. No, they must have known we were coming.
A riot?
Perhaps the intel itself was a trap to lure us here.
What do you mean, riot? What's going on outside? And that black and white bear thing back there, what was that? What's going on?
So you don't even know Monokuma? That kind of ignorance must be nice. He was just like that the first time I met him.
Him?
You really don't know anything, do you? I guess I'll tell you. But it will have to wait. Now's no time for talk.
Huh?
Probably should have had that talk now.
There's no end to them! Bring it on!
More of them!
Never tell
What should I
Monokuma
do?
to bring it on.
Should. Do you really have an option other than run? It's a hacking gun developed by Future Foundation. It shoots program codes with electromagnetic waves. It appears to be effective against these Monokumas. Though you should have discerned that from the test shot.
Test shot, he says.
Read the operation instructions included with the gun. You're on your own from here.
What? What do you mean?
You can run, can't you? I'm busy now. Now that I've seen these annoying bears, I can't just leave them be.
Pretty sure that's a direct JoJo reference there.
Where would I go?
A member of Future Foundation is on standby at the restaurant across the street. Hurry up and go. You're just in the way here.
Rip Byakuya. Not really, but still. I like to imagine.
There it is!
The restaurant Big Boy. Ah, good old pink blood.
What is going on?
Yeah, Japanese Monokuma is voiced by the same woman that voices Doraemon, which I think is absolutely hilarious.
Someone help me!
Welcome. A table for one? Huh?
Bear attack!
A bear?
Bears! Bears everywhere!
Miss, now
Call the
please.
military! Paramedics! Hurry! If we don't hurry!
Miss, please keep your voice down. You're disturbing the other customers.
Who cares about that? Hurry!
All right, fine. Please, just be
excuse me,
quiet,
ma'am.
okay?
One order of...
Relax and stay calm. Hello? Police? Some suspicious girl is...
That's what you get.
Someone help me!
The world hasn't ended yet. It's in the process of
Emergency!
ending.
Riots are breaking out all over Toa City! Take refuge immediately! I repeat, citizens of Toa City, take refuge!
You say that, but... What should I do? They're gonna find me! I gotta escape.
Hey, don't look at me. I don't know how to fire the thing either. I really don't know how to fire the thing. I haven't played this part on PC yet. Ah, good old tutorials. Right mouse button readies it. That's supposed to be reticle. So we're firing truth bullets.
This makes no sense. What's happening? This gun is amazing. I'm definitely gonna get out of here. They're dead. They're all dead. What's with this bear? Jeez, enough already.
Okay, let's keep it bright.
Someone save me!
We have sapphire bullets, but of different
What's going on?
things.
Huh? Who's there? It's the TV.
Subtle.
Bum, 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 bum! I'm a zombie! I'm gonna eat ya! Oh no, please don't eat me!
Hey, Masaru. Do zombies really say rawr like that? I'm really having trouble getting past that, you know?
Who cares? I told you, style is important for this kind of thing. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat you. Please don't eat me. Please don't violate me. Please don't humiliate me. Kitty porn is a no-no. Wait. Hey, play with
What are these kids doing with that body?
Hey, what are you doing? Be more serious.
Didn't I tell you this broadcast was important? This is the Warriors of Hope's keynote address.
Jeez, what are you so mad about? Oh wait, I bet you want to play zombie too, huh, Nagisa?
Stop that! Don't come over here!
Please stop!
It's not showing me a bunch of drop frames.
Citizens of Toa City, nice to meet you. We are the Warriors of Hope.
It does
We
kind
are
of
the
sound like
masters of
Fluttershy,
Mr.
doesn't it?
Monokuma. This town, this dirty, lame, worthless, pathetic, good-for-nothing town that's nothing more than a penal colony for filthy criminals. It is on this site that we've decided to build a paradise of children, for children, by children. And therefore, all of you adults will no longer be needed. Goodbye!
That's not creepy in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Little kid in a wheelchair with Fluttershy's voice.
Danganronpa.
By the way, there are about 12 hours of cutscenes in this game. Just in case you thought this was going to be a 1 or 2 stream ordeal. Yeah, we have Toko. No, this actually has gameplay and a plot. But yeah, this can't be Zero Time to Limit. This actually has gameplay.
Around a year and a half ago, a certain incident completely changed the world.
Very few of the people in this game have shown up in the other Danganronpas. Byakuya was one of the main characters from the first game. Toko is one of the main characters from the first game. But other than that, pretty much everyone here is a completely new character.
Apparently, the origin of the incident was a student movement at a certain school. But the school covered it up, so it was too late when the world finally realized. It grew out of control, becoming a monster that swallowed the entire world. It couldn't have just been some riot or student protest. It had to be something far deeper. That much should be obvious. It did come from Hope's Peak Academy, after all. Eventually, the incident grew so much in strength and scale that it threw the world into despair. Theft, arson, brutality, murder, the violent crime rate went off the charts.
Besides, we're getting a pretty nice little, pretty nice little summary of what's gone on so far.
Violence spawned revenge, which fueled more violence, driving the crime rate even higher. Before long, a global war broke out. A war not for land or ideals, but only for the sake of war. A war that tainted the world with despair.
And this takes place between the first two games, for those of you that don't know.
But even with all this evil and chaos, I had complete faith in my world. And even when it felt like I was falling, I kept believing. It's still okay. It's all right. Then, I found out that 7 of my classmates had died suspiciously. I fell further still. But even then, I kept telling myself, it's all going to be fine. Don't be afraid.
Just remember, he's always watching.
But the realization that it was too late came to me like the ground rushing up to break my fall. A group of men I had never seen before broke into my house and separated me from my family. The world I had been living in up to that moment collapsed. Everything changed. And since that horrible and unjust imprisonment, a 1.5 years passed.
My cat is watching. Please don't teach my cat necromancy.
I was supposed to be a normal high school girl, but instead, I became a complacent prisoner. And what was waiting for me at the end of that despair was a despair even deeper, even worse. There's no use in keeping hope. That's what I was forced to realize, once again. Why is this happening? If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have stayed in my room forever.
I don't think you have that choice. Pick up the gun, shoot. A lot. Danganronpa 1 is, I want to say, 6
run.
chapters.
That's right. That Byakuya guy said that someone is supposed to be here, right?
I recall 6 chapters.
Supposed to be here.
Or am I just including a prologue?
That suit. It's the same as that Byakuya guy's.
Yeah, common black 3-piece suit.
Are you alright?
Who are you? You shouldn't be here. Hurry up and run.
You're from Future Foundation, right?
How did you know?
I was told by a guy named Byakuya Tagami to meet you here.
Could you be? Are you a captive? Go to the park. Head through this door and go straight down the road. There should be a Future Foundation helicopter there.
Oh god, helicopters.
Hurry, go.
You know how well helicopters work.
But what about you?
This is an anime. Helicopters don't do jack. Gun, shoot!
Hurry. You gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Over here. I'll take you all on.
I'm so sorry. The town. It's in ruins.
So, what do I do? Just walk?
Dad! Mom! Makoto!
I can sprint, but that's it. Okay, so that was a cutscene.
Are you people from Future Foundation? This guy called Byakuya Togami said that you guys could rescue me.
What is your name?
Komaru. It's Komaru Naegi.
There's a
Looks like
name
the
with some
information about
cachet.
captive in this town was correct.
So, where's Byakuya Togami? Is he safe?
Can we discuss this in the air?
He told me to run, so I haven't seen him since.
I see. I can't reach him, so
Like,
I thought he might
you know,
be in
take
danger.
off right now?
But then again, this is Byakuya Togami we're talking about. I'm sure he can
Like,
handle
get
himself.
in the chopper and leave?
But there was someone from Future Foundation getting attacked in the restaurant back there. Please, you have to go save him!
Understood. I'll go back for him.
I hope he can make it in time.
What exactly is going on here? I still have no idea what's happening. I don't know who you are, or where I am, or anything.
I see. Well, we don't have much time, so I'll give you the short version.
Up in the air?
First off, we're from an organization called Future Foundation. We're trying to help the world recover from the incident. You know what I'm referring to?
And don't you know, you never split the party.
Incident?
It's behind your imprisonment. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. It was more than just an incident. It shook the foundations of society to the core. And it wasn't just one. Various incidents broke out all over the world.
Hang on. Hopefully that's less in the way. I just noticed that. Sorry, folks.
And then the war. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history includes that, too.
No, that won't do any good. Having it over on the right. We're gonna have to deal with it over here.
Because of all this, the world just crumbled. But in all that chaos, Future Foundation is trying the best we can to bring hope back to this world.
Oh, and as for this town...
It's screwed.
Are you alright? Are you following?
Yeah. It's just a lot to take in, that's all. It's hard to hear.
I'm sorry, but you need to know. This town is an island off the coast and controlled by a powerful IT corporation. It's commonly called Toa City.
Gee.
Toa City used to just be a nickname, but now it's what everyone calls it.
I mean, she's only been here for a year and a half. Maybe somebody would have said something. Even worse, Microsoft.
Ever since the government stopped functioning due to the tragedy, Toa Group and their cutting-edge technology are running the show here.
Toa Group is a corporation that played a huge role in rebuilding the world. Ever since the tragedy, air pollution has made a lot of the planet uninhabitable. But Toa Group developed an air purifier that can clean massive quantities of air at a time. They invented it only 3 months after the safety order to stay indoors was given. Even after all this time, people all over the world are still clamoring for it.
We could use that.
But the clean air isn't the only thing that draws people to this town. Because of Toa Group's influence, this city has suffered far less damage than others.
Not for long.
And because it's relatively unaffected by the incident, it's of special interest to us.
But this kind of riot going on in Toa City, this is something we never anticipated.
So it's a riot? Why is something like this happening?
Honestly, even we have no clue whatsoever about what's happening here. Where those Monokumas came from, why they're attacking the city. And that broadcast by those creepy kids. None of it makes any sense at all.
The only thing we know for sure is that something horrible is happening here.
We need to get more intel, but our priority is to escape. We need to leave, at least for now.
Yeah, you're right. We need to hurry and escape. We'd probably get killed in a place like this. And I mean, I want to see my family again. It's been so long,
Oh, about your family.
Hold it. What was that? Do you hear that?
That's your time to go signal.
Is that singing?
Time to go.
Over there!
A kid?
Get back!
This way! Get on!
Notice that she didn't try to look for the guy after he got, tackled. She just tried to close the freaking door. That ain't good. Monologuing, not just the death of the villains. Now, this is going to be a real short game, everyone. We've already got this music going on. Vampire Kuma. Yep, short game. Oh, she lived. No, that didn't last long. It's a lot of Monokumas. I still want